Have you ever stopped in the middle of your day, maybe while buttoning your shirt or brushing your teeth, and quietly wondered why your erections just don't feel as strong or dependable as they once did? If you have, you are not alone. Countless men in their 50s, 60s, and even 70s find themselves asking this very same question. And for many, the search for an answer leads only to frustration. Society often tells us it's all about testosterone levels or circulation, and while hormones and blood flow certainly matter, there's a deeper truth that is almost always overlooked. The hidden foundation for firmness lies in the strength of your pelvic floor muscles, the powerful yet often ignored set of muscles that function like a natural valve, trapping blood inside the penis and holding it there during arousal. Just as your arms, legs, or chest muscles weaken without training, your pelvic floor slowly loses strength with age unless you actively work it. That's where a structured, evidence-based approach using specialized pelvic floor exercises, commonly known as Kegels, becomes life-changing. While many men assume Kegels are strictly for women, my years of practice as a physician have shown me the opposite. I have seen men of every background, some well into their 70s, completely transform their sexual confidence and stamina through targeted training of these neglected muscles. And it's not only about performance in the bedroom. Strengthening the pelvic floor can improve bladder control, reduce urgency, and even support better posture and lower back health. Today, I'm going to guide you step by step through 5 of the most effective Kegel-based movements you can perform at home with no equipment, just your body and a few minutes of consistent focus each day. I'll also explain exactly why these moves are so effective, how they train not just the pelvic floor but the interconnected network of core muscles that influence erections, and what kind of result you can realistically expect with steady practice. By the end of this routine, you'll understand why the final exercise, often skipped by most men, is the one that truly completes the puzzle, unlocking a balance of strength, relaxation, and circulation that can restore firmness and control you may have thought were lost forever. So let's start this journey together with clarity, determination, and the reassurance that you are capable of reclaiming your sexual vitality at any age. We'll begin with the foundation, the pelvic tilt exercise. It may look deceptively simple, but make no mistake, this movement lays the groundwork for everything else. To perform it, lie comfortably on your back with your knees bent at about a 45-degree angle and your feet flat on the floor, hip-width apart for stability. Place your arms at your sides, palms facing down, and take a few deep, calming breaths until your body feels supported and grounded. Now, focus on your lower back. Gently tighten your abdominal muscles, almost as though you're drawing your belly button toward your spine, and press your lower back into the floor to remove any arching space beneath it. At the same time, tilt your pelvis slightly upward, not enough to strain, but enough to feel a subtle, controlled contraction deep in your core and pelvic muscles. Hold this for 3 to 5 seconds, breathing steadily through your nose, then slowly release. This tiny motion creates a powerful effect. You're linking your lower abdominals with your pelvic floor in a process called co-contraction, teaching the muscles that trap blood in the penis during erection to fire on command. Start with 10 to 15 repetitions, focusing on slow, precise control, and gradually build up to 20 or 25 as your strength increases. Quality is more important than quantity. Sloppy reps won't give you the benefits you're seeking. Over time, you'll notice a profound shift. Many men report that this single exercise feels like rediscovering a muscle they never realized they had, granting them a new sense of awareness and control. This awareness is critical. It gives you the ability to consciously contract those muscles during intimacy, holding firmness longer, delaying climax when desired, and even improving bladder stability. Next comes the prone stretch, which complements the pelvic tilt beautifully. Lie face down on a comfortable mat with legs extended and elbows directly under your shoulders, like a gentle cobra pose. Engage your core by lightly drawing your belly button toward your spine, while contracting the pelvic floor as if you're stopping the flow of urine. Hold this for 20 to 30 seconds, breathing deeply, and repeat 3 or 4 times. This exercise lengthens the front of your body, stretches the hip flexors that tighten from long hours of sitting, and builds coordination between your core and pelvic floor. Men who consistently perform this stretch often report less back tension, improved posture, and most importantly, enhanced neural connection between brain, pelvis, and erection. Think of it like upgrading your nervous system from a sluggish dial-up connection to high-speed broadband. The signals that trigger and maintain arousal become stronger, faster, and more reliable. Now, let's advance into the third exercise, the kneeling abdominal draw-in. Position yourself on all fours in what yoga calls tabletop, with hands under shoulders and knees under hips, spine neutral. From this stable base, exhale slowly through your mouth while drawing your belly button toward your spine, flattening your abdomen gently and contracting your pelvic floor as though you're lifting those deep muscles upward. Hold for 3 to 5 seconds, then release with control. What makes this exercise powerful isn't how it looks, it's the deep internal coordination it creates. You're activating the transverse abdominis, a wide, corset-like muscle wrapping your midsection, while also teaching the pelvic floor to contract in sync with breath. Over time, increase your holds to 7 or even 10 seconds, and perform 10 to 15 repetitions. This move enhances spinal stability, circulation, and most importantly, the mind-muscle connection to your pelvic region. Many men tell me that this practice helps them sense their pelvic muscles with newfound clarity, granting better control during intimacy and the ability to delay climax at will. Next is the bridge abduction, which brings in the big power muscles. Lie on your back with knees bent, feet hip-width apart and arms at your sides. Press your heels into the floor. Lift your hips until your body forms a straight line from shoulders to knees. Then hold this bridge position. From here, gently push your knees outward as if spreading the floor apart, then return with control. This exercise doesn't just target your pelvic floor. It engages the glutes, hip abductors, and stabilizers, creating a dynamic pump that drives blood flow into the pelvic region and keeps it there. Begin with 8 to 10 repetitions, holding each outward push for 2 to 3 seconds, and work up to 15 or 20. For an added challenge, use a resistance band above your knees. Men who practice this exercise consistently notice firmer erections, reduced back strain, and improved endurance during intimacy. By training your body to sustain firmness under movement and pressure, you're directly preparing for real-life intimate encounters. Think of it as functional training for your most important performance. Finally, we arrive at the exercise most men skip, the rocking frog stretch, and I can't stress enough how powerful this move can be when practiced consistently. Begin on all fours, then slowly widen your knees into a comfortable V shape. Feet turned outward, hips lowering toward the floor. Lower onto your forearms and let your spine stay neutral. You'll feel a deep stretch through your inner thighs, groin, and hips. From here, gently rock your hips forward and back in a slow wave, like rhythm, breathing deeply. This movement doesn't just stretch. It releases chronic tightness in the pelvic floor and inner thighs while simultaneously improving circulation. When the pelvic floor is overly tight, it creates a tourniquet effect, restricting blood flow and making erections weaker. When it's too weak, blood leaks out too quickly. The rocking frog stretch helps restore the perfect balance, strength plus flexibility, so blood can flow in freely and stay locked in place. Perform for 30 to 40 seconds, rest, then repeat 3 times. Modify by narrowing your knees or using a pillow for support if needed. With time, flexibility improves, the stretch becomes more comfortable, and the benefits multiply. Many men describe this exercise as awakening their pelvic region, leading to firmer, more responsive erections, heightened sensitivity, and even more intense orgasms. Together, these 5 exercises form a complete routine, simple, evidence-based, and profoundly effective. Commit just 5 to 10 minutes daily, and within weeks, you may begin noticing stronger firmness, better bladder control, and a sense of youthful vitality returning to your body. With 2 to 3 months of consistent practice, the improvements often feel nothing short of life-changing. Remember, this isn't about gimmicks or empty promises. It's about retraining your body to reclaim a natural function that age and inactivity slowly chip away. So start today, track your progress, and give yourself the gift of control, confidence, and renewed masculinity. This is Dr. Sophia Carter reminding you that your health, vitality, and self-assurance are worth investing in. Share this knowledge with a friend, subscribe for more evidence-based men's health guidance, and most importantly, stay consistent because your future self will thank you.